it's important to understand, like when we open a new location, free play opens that. There's no financing or anything like that. We back it. We're about to hit spring break, which is huge for us. Everybody comes out at spring break. But of course,
March 2020.
March 2020 happened.
That changed everything. We went from a lot of revenue to zero overnight.
We could have survived losing an entire location. We could have survived a drastic drop in business, but going directly to the point where we had no chance of making any income just made it impossible to operate.
What was really interesting is most of our landlords were like, yeah, no, how could you pay rent? You're shut down. And I talked to the Denton landlords and they're like, you actually owe us 4 months rent.
And we need it now.
And we need it now. That was when we realized Denton is not gonna make it. In that December though, we settled the lawsuits and we start to see little signs of life. And there was a direct correlation. Cases go down, people get more comfortable. And I was like, maybe we should open up another one because I'm crazy.
It is crazy. Like you get a little bit of breathing room and we're like.
I was like, man, maybe we're not gonna die. Why don't we expand? Part of the reason we wanted to come back to Denton too was the customers were so great and so supportive.
They were so great. But when we came to Denton, we said, this is an art city, we gotta find a local artist.
And so we started doing research on the local Denton artists and everything, people who'd done murals, and Dan Black's name just kept coming up.
And you know, not only was his work great, he did so many different types of things. Some artists have their thing, right? But Dan Black just doesn't have one thing. He does all of these different things well. So we were like, this is really interesting. Let's talk to him.
Well, and he submits this sketch, and it's way out there.
Oh, it is.
Insane, and I was like, this is crazy. So then when we bought this building, it had a really ugly back.
Really ugly. So we were like, we can't wait. We need to get this covered.
We had contacted Dan and we were like, look, this is a little bit different theming, but like, let's go a little wild. Let's go space themed. Like, cause you know, like all the classic arcade games were space themed because they didn't have enough processing power to draw the backgrounds. So they just left it black. They would only power up the pixels that they needed to. And we just thought space is also really cool. There's all sorts of connections you can make to space with, you know, anything. The first city council member who spoke was like, you know, why isn't space part of our history? And I was like, whoa, wait a second. That's what we were saying. They take it to a vote and they unanimously approve the mural. I mean, that was when I knew Denton was where we needed to have this arcade. Like, I've been beat up by city councils before, but this was just like them being like, what? Yes, we need this. Within weeks, Dan was out there painting. Just like last time, like we thought the sketch was incredible, but then the actual mural comes and it's like, mind-blowing because it's so much better than it was on paper.
I think it just makes such a statement when you're driving down the street.
Yeah, it does. It lets you know something cool is about to happen to you.
That's going to become part of the Denton history, right? So many people are going to grow up now with this amazing mural because it's objectively great. You could not love that mural. I'm excited about some kid going up there and being like, you cannot paint over that mural. It's been there for 100 years and it's part of Denton's history. Let us do something really, really cool. Because that's what Denton's about. That's why everyone has such great memories of Denton is people will do cool things and then they'll be there forever.